I'm here in Fort Meyrs, Florida, speaking for my first time to the beauty industry. I got to spend time with individuals and corporations that own salons and spas across the United States and Canada. And guess what we talked about? Drama. And some of you might understand their concern on drama. They feel as though they have more than their fair share in the beauty industry, but they don't. They just have humans like the rest of us. And here's what I know is that drama is part of the human condition, no matter what industry you work in. So spent a great day talking to them about how they too can ditch the drama. So venting is the eagle's way of avoiding self-reflection. A lot of people confuse having feelings with venting, and they're like, oh, I just need to vent, I'll feel better. But actually, you don't feel better by venting. You re-experience the same trauma over and over again, and it's trauma that you've created in your own head. So sharing a feeling is saying, I am frustrated, and then thinking about what I could do to interact better with a person to be less frustrated. Venting is when I go to say I'm frustrated, and then I put all this story around it. They do this on purpose, and they're out to get me, and no one reprimands them, and I always get in trouble, and they never get in trouble, and everything I just entered into is really my story. So if I ask myself what do I know for sure, I just know that they didn't give me the information I hoped for. That's it. Perfect. A modern leader's role is simply to help eliminate emotional waste. So drama is emotional waste. How do you get rid of waste? You improve a process. How do you get rid of emotional waste? You use a better mental process. What leaders need to do is help people understand how often their ego's playing them at work, and to call them to greatness on a regular basis. So rather than looking inside, most people look outside. And to feel better, they tattle and scorekeep and vent. And they BMW drive, which is bitching, moaning, and whining. And they usually do this in the meeting after the meeting. So you might have a big rally with all of your folks, and you're like, here's where we're going, and here's our new lines that we're, selling, and here's our new branding campaign. And in the meeting, they're like, oh my gosh, it's such a gold star on my resume to work for you. In the meeting after the meeting, where they gather in the hallways and the bars and the parking lots, great people, but they're BMW driving. They're like, oh, I'm all in. But if they're going to do this, they're going to have to give us enough training and enough time. And they're going to have to slow other change down. And they're going to have to give us better IT systems. They're going to have to pay us more and get more people and have more support. And anybody heard the list kind of terroristic demands? You go to fix the list. But what are the odds that you can fix reality anytime soon? Zero. What's a leader to do? Start working people's toggle switch. Get their mindset elevated into higher consciousness, because that's where you tap into the potential of your people. Your job isn't to fix their reality. Your job is to teach them great mental processes so that they can move through reality more skillfully.
I wish you were my next door neighbor.
We would have fun. We would have fun.
You live next door. It's like, I'll meet you on the deck and let's talk about it.
Exactly.
I so completely enjoyed everything you had to say.
Oh, thank you.
Such a good common sense reality. Just look at yourself in the mirror there, sister.
No kidding. We are the source of most of our suffering.
Oh, every day. But it was really great. My name's Donna.
Donna, nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Suffering is optional and often self-imposed. Reality is reality. The Dalai Lama says if you're suffering and you can fix what it is that's causing it, fix it. And if you can't, stop suffering. It's inevitable. Just make peace with it. Your ego's not your amigo. And in fact, venting, since it's binary, venting is the ego's way of avoiding self-reflection, because you can't do both at the same time. People go, oh, sigh. Don't people need time to vent? No, not at all. But venting feels good. Yes, it does. And so does crack cocaine, I've been told by patients. But we don't want them doing that at work or at home. People are like, well, it's just who I am and how I feel. I'm bringing my whole self to work. And I go, please don't bring your whole self to work. Bring your most evolved self to work. Now, I want all your diversity, all your intersections, all of that, because our clients are best served by your authentic self, but your authentic self is not your ego self. Your evolved self, that self-reflected self, that's who I want at work. And by the way, that's who I want you to take home to your friends or your family. It's always a fun day when I can help people understand that they are not the thinker in their own heads. You're not the thinker, you're the one observing the thinking. My best advice to you is stop believing everything you think. Now, if you think you're the thinker, tomorrow morning when you get up, wake up and see, are you the one who says, let me begin thinking, or are you already being thought? And you'll realize that there's always a narrator going on in your head. Say hello to your ego. And if you want freedom, if you want peace and quiet, just stop believing everything you think. If you want more tips like this, make sure that you're following me at Cy Wakeman on all social media channels. And if you have people that are in their own special flavor of drama, do them a favor. Share my content.